All right, let's talk hidden deck screws that we didn't know were there until now. That one right there, and then there's another one on the other side buried. We got the old screw that is just way too short. I don't know why they did that. It's like so short, barely fits. It just doesn't stick in long enough. So luckily I got longer ones, and we'll see if these work. Hopefully they work. The other ones seem to work, and they're still holding very tight, even though they're sticking down a lot, but now I gotta cut the other one out, so we're gonna do our best guess. It's gonna be like right here, right? I think it's right here. There it is. There's the screw. Let me just clean this up and get this out and the new one in. Yep, and right when I cut it out, this thing is loose AF. I mean, it's so loose. It's probably stripped also. Can I even tighten it? See. Oh, it's tightening. Ha ha ha. All right, I'm just gonna tighten that one that's already there. It's gonna strip though at some point because I can feel that it doesn't go down through the board deep enough. Maybe I'll just stick the thicker one on there now. Save myself the trouble, you know? I got it, let's just use it. Ooh, all right, we got them in. And they should be nice and long, probably can't see. Better that we have the longer ones in. Now that we know we have a secure board, it's not going to creak anymore. I was wondering why it was creaking for like months. I tightened them on, it would still creak. It's like, what is the problem? Are there any more that are hidden? There could be. Maybe there are 2 more that are hidden. Let me see. Yep, I feel a hole right here. Is that a hole? Could be one right there. Could be one right there. Huh, are there 2 more here? Let me find out. I found the screw. Yep. Thank God I'm doing this. I had no clue that there were 8 screws for the board, I swear. I don't know why they did that. They put the grip tape over only 4 of them. So I saw the 4 on the back when I bought the scooter, but that was it. I never even noticed that there were 4 more. So make a note, everybody. Right there, sank down, right there. Keep poking around, you know, until the knife just falls in. That's insane. All right. I'm gonna try tightening those. Hopefully they just tighten because I don't even have any longer screws. But I know I got one screw here that is not stripped, so that one does work. Hopefully they just tighten. Let's find out. Tight. Everything's tight. Finally, I have 8 tight deck screws. So yeah, make a note, everybody. There's 8 screws on the deck. Don't let the label cover all of them. And if it does, take a knife and find each one and chop them or mark them so you know where they are, because this is an important part of having this thing. I'm gonna have to take off the deck now and clean inside, because I'm sure having these loose for months must have let some debris in and some water, and I was unaware of that, which is really bad. This is the battery we're talking about, so that's why I'm so annoyed at myself for not noticing this until now, and kind of annoyed at them for just like, I don't know, putting the wrap right over the screws and not really informing everybody about the screws and how many there are. I don't know, maybe it's in the directions, but I thought I read the directions when I got this, so maybe I missed the part. I don't know. No one's perfect, right? Live and learn. Let me just check the directions and see where it talks about the deck screws. How did I miss that part? That's what I thought. Nothing about the deck screws in here. So be happy that I'm making you this video. It's almost like I work for them now, don't I? Yeah, I don't see anything about there talking about the battery compartment. Maintenance on the battery compartment. There's nothing about the battery compartment. It just talks about adjusting the stem height, the battery, which is just basic information. Adjusting the stem height, troubleshooting some common errors. No, nothing about how to maintenance the battery or even access it, so. All right, next step is going to be taking this deck off completely and inspecting the battery and cleaning anything if we need to. So not going to do that now. I'm going to do that in the morning. So see you in that clip. Have a nice night. Sweet dreams. Now that I have access to the screws, let's pop the board off and inspect the battery after 8 months of having it and riding it in all kinds of conditions. I know there's going to be something in there because those 4 front screws were loose for so long. Oh my God. All right, this is going to be the great reveal. All right, we got a gasket that could be cleaned. Seemed to do the job, and it's not too dirty on the inside. Good. We're gonna just do a little bit of cleaning and reinstall everything. Just a little bit of wiping, very lightly, dry everything and reinstall and make sure we're nice and secure. But this is where the beautiful battery is. Thought it was gonna be bigger. I thought it was the size of the whole deck. That's actually good to know. It's not the super back, because they know that's where you're gonna bash it when you're going over stuff. That's so cool. Good for you guys. Good job. Nice build. I'm happy that the battery's not like huge. In fact, I'm wondering now if you can get a bigger battery with even more power. put that in there as an upgrade later. I'll figure that out later though. So for now, all right, let's just give it a quick wipe down and then put it back on. All right, I wiped everything down, got the little smudge marks off the edge, cleaned the lip and the edges. I cleaned it as well as I could, made it nice and smooth so the gasket's gonna fit on there nice and perfect. Clean the deck, clean the gasket, and now I'm putting the fan on it just for a few minutes here, just in case there was any moisture or anything in there. Even from my wiping, I just want to make sure this is nice and aired out before I put anything on, and then we should be good. Seems to be good everywhere, so in a few minutes, I'll get to that. Ah, there's 2 more screws. How do I miss these? I swear to God, this is insane. All right, I was wrong. There's 10 deck board screws, but there might be more, so don't be surprised if there are. God, this is crazy. Let me get those out and back in because WTF. All right, yeah, you're the front too. Well, we're gonna have a nice tight deck board now, aren't we? Well, this sucks. These 2 screws for the front are just stripped. I don't know. Once again, they just keep screwing and without getting tight. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. And the longer screws are too long, so I might have to like use a longer screw and shave it down or just try other screws. I don't know why they strip. The screws themselves don't really look stripped. So what gives? I have screw holes there if I can't use them. So I'm going to try my other screws and see if anything can grab. I got 4 strip screws. I don't know. I think what's happening is that the collar is being stripped down so it's not grabbing. So I'm going to buy a few more of these and see if they work, and a couple of longer ones and make them work. So off to Home Depot. See you in that clip. All right, we have 10 screws on the board. 10 screws. Look at that. That's how the board's supposed to look. That's how it should have looked when I bought it. So I was aware of how many screws there were. The sticker went over all the 6 on the left. It only showed me the 4 on the right. So I was thinking there was only 4 screws, like a dumb. There's 2 screws over here. They were stripped, so I had to get longer screws. So I bought a pack of these, which are the M6 1 by 20 millimeters. So 20 millimeters. The length of these seem to be perfect for these. These are probably a little bit longer. I don't know if they're 20 millimeters, they might be, but we have 20 millimeters ones here. Longer ones here, maybe 25 millimeter ones on a couple of them. Those 2 and this one, and then the rest of them are the stock because they still grab. I don't know how long they're gonna grab for, so I'm just gonna put the extra 20 millimeter ones on when I need to. And then this one over here, I have a nut on it because I think it's just stripped too much, so in order to squeeze it down hard and get a good, tight, secure lock, I had to use a nut. I cleaned the battery, everything's all set. I tightened the screw down here, which was great. Eliminate some of the wobble in the neck again, got loose, and then the 2 screws down here were loose. These 2 screws were super loose. That screw was very loose, and this screw was loose, and it was giving me a lot of wobble in the turning of the handlebars, so that's gone now. We have like direct turning, no wobbling at all, no movement within the neck, so we're psyched. So yeah, that's where we're at. Gonna ride a lot better next time I get out there. I tightened every other bolt on it also, so it's like it got a little tune-up. I'm just happy that I got the deck sealed down tight, and I feel confident in it now. And now I'm very aware of where the battery is, which is like over here, and there's a lot of foam in it, and I don't want to get water in it ever, and I just want to be aware of it. It's the battery, so. All right, that's it, guys. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.